Hi everyone, yasas que kalos tate to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Revani. It's a classic Greek sponge cake, but instead of using just all-purpose flour, we put a little bit of semolina in it to make it heartier. It's moist, it's syrupy, it's golden and beautiful, and so simple to make. Let's get started. Okay, so the first step is to make the syrup, but for the syrup we're going to need the orange juice, and the actual cake is going to get the orange zest. And you can't zest an orange once it's been juiced, so we're going to zest it first into the dry ingredients, and then I'll have it ready for the syrup. So in a saucepan, just go ahead and add 1 cup of granulated sugar, the juice of an orange. You can use a lemon instead, or you can leave citrus out completely and give it a little bit of warmth with a cinnamon stick and a few cloves. And then I'll add 1.5 cups of water, mix it all up and bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil and the sugar completely dissolves, turn the heat off, and then we're going to add 1/2 cup of honey and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Mix that all up and set it aside to cool completely. Okay, so over here we have the dry ingredients. I have 1 cup or 170 grams of finely ground semolina flour, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, that's 150 grams, 2 teaspoons or 9 grams of baking powder, a little pinch of salt is in here, and then the zest of an orange. Whisk that all up and set it aside. And in my mixing bowl over here, I'll add 5 large eggs that are already at room temperature. If you want to get eggs to room temperature quickly, if you forgot to take them out, just cover them with warm water and keep changing that water out 4 or 5 times until the eggs are room temperature. Don't use hot water because you don't want to start cooking them. Okay, so we're going to add the 5 eggs to the mixer with 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, and with the whisk attachment, this is going to beat on high speed for 4 to 5 minutes or until it's tripled in volume and it's nice and thick and fluffy and pale yellow, just like this. Now we'll add 1/2 cup of light olive oil. You can use vegetable oil or even 1/2 cup of melted butter. The oil keeps the cake nice and moist and light. The butter is going to give it more flavor, of course. And 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Whisk that all together and then add the dry ingredients a little bit at a time while the mixer is mixing on low speed so that way everything doesn't fly out. And as soon as the flour is all incorporated, we're going to add it to our baking pan. So I have a 10-inch round baking pan here. I'll spray it with baking spray, and you can brush it with some melted butter or some olive oil and then line it with some parchment paper. I like to sprinkle some almonds on the bottom. If you like a flat cake, I'm going to invert the cake later on after it's baked, then you could do this almond part. Otherwise, I mean, they taste good regardless. They're so good. Just line the bottom with a layer of sliced almonds and then distribute the batter evenly on top, smooth it out. And this is going to bake in the center rack of a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes or until it's nice and springy and a cake tester or a toothpick that's inserted into the center of the cake comes out clean. As soon as the cake comes out of the oven, poke it all around with either a knife or a toothpick or a skewer like I'm using, and then pour all of that syrup on top. This is the hardest part. Now you have to wait until the syrup is absorbed, and that's going to take about an hour. Just set it aside, let it hang out at room temperature, or you can do this overnight. It's up to you. You can put it in the fridge once it cools down and it'll have so much flavor. Once it's ready and cooled down and all the syrup has been absorbed, you can invert it onto a cake platter or whatever dish you're serving it in. Run a knife around the edges so that way the cake releases, and tap the bottom of the pan so that way the cake releases again, and it's ready to serve. You can dust it with some confectioner sugar. If you're making whipped cream, you could dollop it with some whipped cream, but it's ready to serve. Okay, so you're gonna have to make some coffee and call some friends over. The smell's incredible. It's so good as is, but you can serve it topped with some ice cream or whipped cream. You can make some whipped cream and put some rosettes on top and serve it just for a little bit of creaminess to go with the cake. But I can't wait. This is calling my name. It's so light and airy, and it's not overly syrupy. Like, it's not drenched in the syrup, yet it's moist and just delicate and so good. The almonds on top give it some crunch. You can taste the orange in the background with just the right amount of sweetness. So good. I would just serve it just like that as is, if you ask me, with some coffee, of course. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. The exact measurements are on the website, dimitrasdishes.com. If you want to learn how to make a cake known as samali, which is made just with semolina flour, it's really dense and delicious and so good, just as good as this. You can click over here and I'll see you right over there. Yasas.